So today, to continue about the topic of communication, can I text him first? And I want to talk about in relationship, are you able to call your man or to text your man first? Ever, 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 ever? Then this is the answer for you. So, first of all, I just want to read the questions. When I'm in a relationship, can I ever text or initiate a call with him? If we already have gone through that period of time where the foundation of energy has established, he's coming towards me consistently. Um, and I feel like if I ever wait for him to always text and call, it feels a little bit drainful and boring. I hear you and congratulate on having found a really strong foundations for your relationship. Always the attraction balance between feminine and masculines are really needed to sustain a long-term attractions, and congratulate on already getting that one. I'm so proud of you, and I really hear you on that concern. I have that myself before, and I would like to give you what I already implemented. So, um, remember this one: in communication with a man, no scripts, no manipulation, no tricks, no tools work. And the only thing work that is when you communicate backed up with the meaningful energy. So, what does it mean by that one? If you communicate with him, um, check in with yourself first before you text, before you send that message. If you communicate with him so that he would remember you, so that you are going to be in front of him, so that you are reminded in his mind this morning or this today, then that is not actually not the right motive to talk to him or to send a message to him. If you, out of a burst of joy and spontaneity, and just want to share something happening amazing around you, just want to share that love and that vibration of spontaneity, and so out of like queenly feminine way to just text you once in a while, then by all means please do that one. Men find it so attractive when the energy that coming from you was like out of some spontaneity, out of excitement, out of happy and joy. That kind of energy are really vibrating in a higher frequency, and that is attraction magnets to a man. So that is number one. Number two, I want you to check back. If he doesn't actually going to answer your text or returning your call, are you going to be okay with that one? And most often or not, if you are checking with yourself this question and you find yourself that, oh, actually I was really didn't feel like sharing it, but I wanted to make him miss me, it's happened very subtly. It doesn't happen, because you already have done a lot of inner work. I believe that you are going to be greatly aware of your behavior, but sometimes unconsciously we think that we wanted to do it out of joy and spontaneity, but deeper inside there was something going on then, that perhaps on that morning you wanted to like receive more and gain more love. It's very subtle, it's very unconscious, but if you check in back with yourself the second time and you still see that it is a no, like no, actually I was wanting for him to do this for me, or I actually wanted for him to feel bad or feel better because he has been on a consistent stream of stress lately, then if that is the case, then the energy is still a little bit masculine, that you still wanted to do something for him, not for yourself. And when the energy is for them, they can actually feel it and they would rebel from it. The third thing to ask yourself is, if he doesn't answer me, if he doesn't return the call to me, am I going to be okay with that one? And if you find yourself not being okay with that one, if you're upset about it, then by all means, please don't take up your phone and call him. But if you do, check quickly within yourself and knowing that, oh no, like if he doesn't, then I'm knowing that I have actually like sending out a lot of love this morning, and love is like coming towards me consistently, and love is showering over me from a universe, and I just want to share it. I just want to share my over full cup of love with him. then by all means do it. So there is no concrete yes or no answers to your question here. Brilliant questions, by the way, but it's a lot of checking in with your inner self, with your energy. And also I wanted to raise one point about energy backing up communications. If you really mean something, you mean it well, and backing it up with like the right energy, then men can always hear it, and hear it so much better than any behavior or any script out there. What I mean by that is this one. Having an example is better, so I'll give you one example. If you find a man talking to or being closer to a female college, and you don't find it so comfortable with that one, and you find yourself starting to feel a little bit icky, um, and of course you already know the work about boundaries and speaking up your boundaries, and you speak to him like, hey, I don't really like, I don't feel comfortable around you speaking to your female college in that too over friendly way. What can we do about it? If that comes across with a shaky belief about owning your worth, owning your sense of value, owning your boundaries, then he can actually hear that shaky belief around your sense of worthiness. He doesn't hear about your script. He doesn't hear about your feelings. He doesn't hear about like what can you do about it, like asking all of those, using all of those amazing tools in communication. He actually only hear and receive the energy of shaky belief around your boundaries and your value, owning your value. So he is going to know that he can actually push the boundaries a little bit further, and he can still do the thing that he wanted without compromising to what you suggested. And that is what happened around. A lot of women come to me and asking me like, hey, why did I learn this script from this brilliant coach, but then it doesn't work? It doesn't work because your energy doesn't back with your communications. So one of the way for it to come across a clear message to him to hear is actually really work through your own fear, work through your sense of worth, and really owning that boundaries. That is it a really clearly a yes or a no to me? Because if that is a clearly a no, I'm gonna stand firmly on it. I'm gonna do exactly what I needed to do, so that I am not gonna negotiate on that term. If you speak from that space of powerful, owning your value, owning your boundaries, owning what you are saying, mean it when you say it, like you mean your yes and you mean your no, then he is going to learn it, and he's going to receive that, and he's going to actually want it to make his own decision to either compromise to what you suggested, or to actually leave. That is another way, another reminder I want to send to you. Really mean what you say and say what you mean, and back it up with a strong force of energy of owning what you are saying and really mean it. No wishy-washy, no shaky belief. I know it is hard. I've been there. For the first time I said no to my man, I was shaking inside. I was really, really shaking, but I know for a fact that if I don't do it for myself, he's gonna violate my boundaries, and he's not gonna take me serious, and that is why he didn't take me serious for a long time. So I learned it the hard way, and now I want to give to you. Check in with your energy before you speak that one. The next question to ask is how can you get back the energy so that you prepare yourself for the talk with him if you are going to communicate something really, really hard. First of all, congratulate on owning that decision. And second of all, I walk through this one a lot in my private with my clients, because I believe that without knowing your situation, without knowing your circumstances and your pattern in love, I couldn't give you the rightful advice here and the right tools to actually work on you to different kind of clients, I give them different kind of tools that help them owning their energy and communicate what they are going through. But if you wanted to receive one very handy tools that I always practice is to put my man in front of me and to really see, like, when I'm acting from a place of shaky and disowning my value, I actually was sending a lot of energy from me towards him. So my energy is not staying with me but actually sending out toward him. And what I wanted to for you to start doing is put him in front of you with your own fear, with your own worry, with that kind of shaky energy, and start dragging those energy back into yourself and start owning it, and start showering yourself so much love. Because when you know that you're worthy of love, and love doesn't come from him, love comes from yourself, and you know that you have got yourself, at the end of the day you always know that you're going to create another amazing lifetime with or without him. That kind of confidence are going to help you owning your talk and owning the decision of speaking up to him, meaning that no, and really firmly stating on your boundaries. I hope this is going to help you. But if you practice this one and still doesn't get the result that you wanted to see, then by all means reach out to me, because perhaps there is something about your past, there is something that still not hasn't been worked through in your mind that's needed to be unblocked, so that you can start being in the flow of feminine, being the queen in life, and being loved for who you are. I hope this is helpful. Please share this video to the woman who needed to hear this message today. And I'll see you in my group, my private support group, Empowered Muse Tribe. And I'll speak to you on the next video. Bye for now.